Morning in Perth, Australia. Welcome to you guys in Perth, Australia. Yes, we are trying to reach out to the southern hemisphere today. Just because we can, and it's been so hot that we didn't have a morning show here in America, so we figured, why not share the morning show with you? Maybe we can get some of the Australian regulars to come over. It'd be nice to see you guys too on this show. To help us along, we have also set it to anybody can chat, subscriber or no subscriber. So just come on up and say hi. Yes. At least you'll have a less of an excuse not to at least say hi.
Oh, yeah!
But we do hope that you'll also like, share, and subscribe because we need you. You need us too, because we are very different than the typical fare on YouTube. We are not a drama channel. We're normally a let's get together, drink some coffee, and have a good time channel.
Oh, yeah!
No, it's not. Not in Perth. No. Actually, it would be noon in Sydney, actually. I think Sydney is noon, yes. Hello, how you doing? It's one of our many other trolls, but welcome to the show anyway. I'm doing right. How you doing, Abdel? A woman from Morocco, which we all know Morocco. She's been on the show subjecting herself to 6-7 hours ahead of us. So right now, it's still like 7 in the morning your time, I believe, in Morocco. And now you're not in Sydney. Actually, you never know. Still, either way, welcome to the show anyway. Also, we're welcome up to anybody from India, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Middle East, China, North Korea, South Korea, Japan, Thailand, Malaysia. Any of you guys who can speak English, welcome.
Oh, yeah!
Welcome. Good morning, Chris. How you doing? After all, only like 2 hours short of midnight. So it would be the next day. Yes. And looking forward to grow this channel a lot. Get more people on. 14 in the house, but we only have 2 likes. Hey, pump the like button, guys. Come on. It's free. It doesn't cost nothing. Come click on the like button. Come share out the show. Help us grow. Help us grow. Help us grow. Help us grow. And help us stay cold. Well, how are you going to do that? I don't know. Maybe, does anyone feel like sending us a bigger air conditioner? And then diesel generator to power it? Because you ain't got enough power to run a second air conditioner in this place. No, I have never even left the least stuck at Unity. I always been stuck here. Of course, Russia, yeah. What time is it in Russia right now? There's 8, so is it 6 or 8 time zones? Yeah. So in Russia, one of you guys are getting there. Thing is, we're reaching out to more people in the world tonight. So let's make it a success.
Oh, yeah!
No, I lived in Little Rock, Arkansas for a while. I lived in other places in the United States. Yeah. Little Rock, Arkansas. Yep, Missouri, Little Rock, Arkansas. We've been to Atlanta. We've been to parts of Maine, like Weld, Maine. Yeah, Weld, Maine. I would say probably Arkansas, Missouri were the two farthest places I ever traveled was to Little Rock. And Hot Springs. In Hot Springs, Arkansas, yeah. Okay, that's interesting. So, what do you think Rusty's doing? Well, I know he's outside because he's not in the house, so he's probably sitting in the grass and going, this is the life, man. I can finally cool down my hot body. Oh, it is warm. He was certainly felt like a hot loaf of bread when he was in here. Oh, yeah. But you know, sooner or later, we're going to have to talk about that inevitable topic. What? When Rusty is no longer part of our life, sooner or later it's going to happen. I would like to eventually get another cat. No. But I know it would be mostly water flavoring anyway. Yeah, until it's boiled down, it's about 95% of it's water. Yeah. It's an interesting question, though. What about you? That's a pretty good question, too, you know? Where have you ever been? I mean... Oh, that's a great question. What is, like, I don't know. Alright, let's get the piano open. We don't even see Tiger Kitty here. We don't see anyone else here yet. Oh, Chris Bliss is here, so he can come up if he wants. Does he have the link? I don't know if he has the link. But I suppose I could get it to him, obviously. I could bet that Noodles is going to be sitting there going, why is she alive at 10 o'clock at night? Everything that is not perfect is imperfect. Right. And we are among some of them because we have the morning show to do tomorrow as well.
Oh yeah!
So, yeah, we have to get out tomorrow for the morning too.
Oh yeah!
So, let's just keep the show within an hour or two and try to see if we can drum up support and get some more subscribers during that time. Yeah, and I gotta get Rusty in the house too. I worry about if someone's gonna try to bag their cat. Honestly, I don't know. No, I mean, I had to open the door to get some ear and hair, so what was it gonna do with him? Chain him in the bedroom? Nah, that wouldn't work. No, Rusty would definitely not appreciate if you chained him in the bedroom. Good evening, Jantics. Good morning to you. All right, so here's the story for today's itinerary of what we did. We did a early morning show with a pre-show that was about an hour long. It also kind of was a little bit of a regular show. Then we did a show a little bit this afternoon in the afternoon, which was a vertical stream. Basically, had 245 viewers. Unfortunately, I only gained like one sub. Knowing the way it is, now you have 0 new subs. No, it's a joke. So good morning, Jantix. How you doing today? Just can't seem to grow subs for some reason. But notice if you didn't know, if you did look, you would find out today you do not have to be a subscriber to chat. Because I figure, why not see if that's going to change the subscriber count? I say good luck, but, you know, to each their own. You're still at 10,720 subs. Yeah. I know. It was quiet. Yeah, it's quiet. I let people know in advance by several hours so they can get here. I'm sure Brad will be here shortly. He did donate before we went live. So, unfortunately, for those of you who don't know, in a town in Clark, New Jersey, has lost power and is not expected to have power until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning in Clark, New Jersey. Now, I'm using I Love Sung AI version 6 now, which is the advanced version. The one I was using before was version 5. Anyway, tomorrow will be a little bit colder than today. For those of you who don't know, it was really, really hot in New York City. It was 103 degrees Fahrenheit. And that was like almost 40 degrees Celsius. And there were a couple of heat-related illnesses. I don't have a subscription to the other one. That's a good question. Does Noodles have power? Knowing him, he's probably still streaming from his car anyway. I mean, you think about it, right? Noodles is probably going, if he has no power in the house, he's gonna go, Hey, okay, Doc, listen, I'm gonna go out in the car and charge my phone and stream for a few hours, because, my cars keep working. Good morning, good afternoon, Margo. Welcome to the show. Now, don't forget, you guys realize that normally when we do the Saturday night show on Discord, that usually sometimes ends around 11, 12 o'clock at night, midnight too. So, wait, we're not going to stay up to beyond 12, because, I have to get up tomorrow too. And I got to get Rusty in the house whenever he is going to come in, And I do worry about him being outside at night. I do. But, yeah. Hey, David, your food in the refrigerator is still warm. Ah, okay, that's fine. We'll just get you food tomorrow. That's how. The short way. Yeah, that's just the way Noodles is. Yeah. Rusty's outside. The door's wide open so he can come in and out as he pleases. I couldn't keep him in the house any more than I can keep myself from wanting to get cold air, because he already has his shots. He has his feline, distemper, and rabies shots, so he's all set. Well, one of the things I would like to one day talk about is the sad reality is that one day Rusty won't be with us anymore, because, he's getting up there in years. I mean, yeah, there's some older cats that are indoor-outdoor cats, but I don't know how long we have. He's already 15 years old. 14. Right, 14, but it's going to be 15 soon, sooner or later. Life is full of fatigue, so I'm always surprised by someone who desires more. What? Desires more fatigue? I don't get that. I don't want more fatigue. I like to have more energy. I like to be able to be more active. I don't want to have more fatigue in my life. Oh, Rusty might have a couple places he hangs out with. You see, when Rusty was just being forced in the house, he was miserable. He didn't really know what to do anymore. Okay? He was going stir crazy. He was going batshit crazy. He was like, I need to get outside. I have to get out. I need the air. I need to walk. I need to find my mice. I need to find my rodents. I need to chase my birds. I need to chase my insects. I need to do cat stuff. I need to talk to my kitty friends. I need to do all this. I'm like, yeah, but someone says they're going to bag you. And Rusty looks at me like, you really think someone's going to try to put me in a bag and kill me? Are you that paranoid, Michelle, that you think that someone's going to try to kill me? I explained to him nicely as I could. I said, yeah, I am that paranoid, because It's just the way some people are. You know, it's a shame that people don't like cats. I mean, I know some people don't like dogs, but you don't go out there and see them threaten to kill people's dogs. In fact, dogs get more protections than cats got. And both dogs and cats are important to our society. Cats are unsung heroes catching mice and rats and granaries, and keeping the food supply safe. Yeah. Okay. So, good news is tomorrow the weather's going to be a little bit cooler, which is great. At least for my part of the country, in the New England area. Yeah, they do. But where do they sleep when it's night and it's dark? Probably on the grass where it's cool. Cats are nocturnal, Michelle. They hunt at night, so. This afternoon, Rusty was sleeping underneath my bed, not on top of it. It was so hot that Rusty didn't want to be on my bed because my bed was. Because he was sleeping next to a giant human space heater, and that would have been too much for him to tolerate all that extra heat. Yes, they are nocturnal by nature. Some cats can be a little bit have a diurnal cycle too, but mostly they're nocturnal. Yeah, right now he is because the door's wide open because I need to have the door open so I can get some cold air in here. As otherwise, this place would have been a sauna. And that's how you doing today. The door is still wide open too, so he can come in when he's good and ready. I did summon him beforehand, but right, that would make sense, especially when it's this hot, Chantix. I mean, come on. It's cooler outside right now than it is in here, and I got a fan blowing a full blast at me. I don't know if you can even hear it with the noise cancellation, but I can tell you, it is blowing hard at me. Oh, yeah. What I might want to do eventually is get another cat, because sooner or later Rusty isn't going to be here anymore because he's going to pass on. You know that, right? I'd like to get another cat so we'd have a 2-cat household, because Rusty could. Yeah. He's 14 years old, guys. He's not going to live forever. I'm 57 years old. I'm not going to live forever either. So we did 2 videos this morning, and then we did one this afternoon that were vertical streams. Vertical one from this afternoon had 245 views, but look how many hours it took me to get that. It's the same number of views as Michelle gets on the normal morning show. So what does that prove? I don't know if it worked or not, but thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. How you doing? Don't forget to click follow and maybe click subscribe, or you get a chance over there and Kick too. Could use some subscribers in Kick also. Sorry, Noodles. I disagree. You got power over there? Because I know Clark, New York, or New Jersey lost power today. I was in WCBS in New York. They said Clark, New Jersey lost power today. Well, to each their own, I guess. So, I think it's going to be interesting to see if 36 views, 10 viewers, 6 likes, $2 donation, average viewer count is 9 minutes and 46 seconds. Not exactly a history, no, but don't forget, it's also 10 o'clock at night on the East Coast of the United States. Only people that would probably consider this early would be people in California, and it'd be in Arizona, where they're like 7 and 8 o'clock appropriately. That is very correct. You're right. Yeah, it's right. I made 245 views laying in bed, Chantix. That's absolutely right. Michelle actually made 245 views talking in the bedroom, laying on the bed. So go figure that one out.
Oh yeah!
Oh, that's what we also tested. How many people got the notification this morning? Quite a few people, actually. Yeah. No, Noodles, he probably doesn't even have his notifications turned on because he probably can't keep with them all. Kid would be totally lost. I already said, I'm not going to turn all these on. I'm always be hounded half to death with all the millions of channels I'm watching. Right, well, that too. Yes, Chris, I know. Some people, including you, have said that sometimes YouTube gets the notifications late. What good is that? I guess it's okay if it's a video, but on a live stream? Yes, it does, Noodles. Yes, it does. It does share it out. Even if it is 24 hours late, it does share it out. Yeah. No, you probably didn't even click the bell on my notifications on my stream anyway. He who asks people to deprive him of the means of God will not be disappointed. Abdel, would you like to explain that to me, what exactly that means, if you could? Well, I understand that. I'll make sure, Noodles, to turn on all notifications. And make sure you have your notifications option turned on too. Ah, but I did go live this morning. Yes, she did. She went live this morning, even earlier than 8:30 to beat the heat. So she was live about 6 in the morning today. Yep. Yes. So, yes, I was live this morning. I talked to YouTube about that. They said they're not trying to do that. I said, well, yeah. I don't believe you. Ah, but Noodles, we did make donations today. We made some on the afternoon show this afternoon. And we made one donation before the stream went live. You'll get it in the morning, Noodles. You'll probably get it in the morning. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. You're right. I try hard. I really do try. So tomorrow will be a cooler day. By the way, so what's going to happen with Coca-Cola and tariffs? And the fact that they're taking all production out of the United States. Here's a short skinning. Your Diet Coke cans are going to go up in price. Your Diet Coke syrup for your soda fountains are going to go up in price. It's no longer going to be an equally fair Coke versus Pepsi. Because Pepsi is still working within the United States. While Coca-Cola is going to become the premium imported product that's going to cost you more money to buy than an equally sized Pepsi Cola. So, I don't know. Well, I think Coke really gave it much thought, but I think you just outpriced yourself out of the market, Coke. And where's Connecticut in mental health and education? Yeah. Well, then Grizz, you're already used to paying the high price anyway, so just let you know that. No. You live in New Jersey. Does that surprise us? Not me. Not. Really? So tomorrow at God knows when they have the pre-show, then the 10 a.m. show. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Right, I understand that. I believe it. What about that Gordana soda that we're drinking there in the Brazilian restaurant? Where can I get that locally? I don't know. Maybe Market 32, maybe? Yeah. Gordana Antarctica soda. That was good stuff. Okay. Okay. I know Pepsi makes some called Pepsi Throwback. And now the RFK wants to ban high fructose corn syrup. Well, like I said, I've had throwback Pepsi. I didn't think it was too bad until I saw the calories per cup, and that was like, yike. That's almost 450 calories a cup of soda. I still prefer my Moxie. You know, I live Moxie. Moxie's good. I like Moxie a lot. Where can I get some Moxie besides going to Maine to get some Moxie in a can for me so I don't go insane? We used to have a big Y, but it's expensive too. What about stupidity in New Jersey? Noodles. I mean, you pick an Oregon. What about New Jersey? And what about the people that live in New Jersey? Remember, Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez isn't too far away from where you live. She lives in the Bronx or Queens. I think it's the Queens. Okay, my father was in Queens, but he had more brains than she did. Oh yeah, I know he did. Your dad really knew how to do a lot of good stuff. Yeah, he did. He was a smart man, a smart woodworker. Yeah. Oh, really? What about mental health support? I don't think Connecticut's too good on mental health support. I'll be honest when I say it. I think Connecticut has kind of slipped. And how current is that report there, Noodles? Well, it seems to me that despite the fact that you announced the stream in advance, you went ahead and you told everybody in advance to stream by at least 3 hours. It's not like you're bringing in a huge audience of 20 plus viewers. You're not even getting 20 plus viewers. You have it set for everybody can open their mouth and flap their gums and no one is talking. I mean, nobody new is talking. Okay, I agree with that. How you doing, E? Well, as far as I'm concerned, Connecticut still better get its can fix a few problems it has with the system. Because you still can't get into health when you want it. Let's just tell you something. Well, we're pretty smart in Connecticut, too. I mean, well, I guess it depends on what schools you go to, because where I went to school was a smaller country school system. We did pretty well. The two major heat sources in New York City: asphalt and assholes. I like that one. That's true, though. Anyway, so here's the deal. I said we're going to be wrapping up about 11 o'clock. So it's about 10 minutes. It's 20 minutes to 11. 19 minutes to 11. And, okay. Well, you know, his second banana bun warmer is still involved with him, right? Yeah, because Sandra's still warming his hot dog for him. Asphalts and Assholes. That sounds like a grunge band name, actually. Yeah. Dancy is in Twank. Yeah, I love views tonight. I think most realistically, probably because most people probably asleep, which makes sense. 16 people, 49 views, 7 likes, 12 minutes, 9-second engagement. Oh, I did say I was going to be shutting it down by around 1, 11, or 2 when Rusty comes in, whichever the case is. Rusty didn't show up yet, so. Um, I'll get some cold water in the refrigerator and see if Rusty's outside ready to come in. The door's open, but I'll be right back, just in case. You know, just check and see if the. It's not in yet, but it's not on the porch either, so he's probably downstairs. Um, 12, 5, 7. Okay. This is water. Ugh. It's still cooler outside than it is in here. So, uh, 13 people on. Who is that anyway? Danzig. Who is Danzig? So what do you get to turn? Just the usual, I'm doing a morning show. Just, so, you know, people may not think I'm not trying to do experimentally different ideas to try to increase the viewership, because I am. Well, I am a little bit bored, yes, because of the fact that there's not a lot going on right now. It's just you know, just an everyday routine. You know, I don't get a lot of excitement going on. So, um, okay. What does all your little one-liners say about me? It's not that Michelle is an idiot. It's because Michelle can't think like an idiot. I like that. Can you say it again? Sure. It's not that Michelle is an idiot. It's Michelle just can't think like an idiot. Which is probably, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Oh. See, you gotta understand things, okay? I am disabled, because I am disabled. I can't drive, okay? So a lot of things I gotta do where I am. Okay, so because I can't drive a car anywhere. So if I can't get there, I can't do it, right? So I try to keep busy around the house, but sometimes, well, I don't have a lot to think about or a lot to do, so I just sit here and sit here and sit here and think about things, all kinds of things, even things that I shouldn't be thinking about. I think about them. And But some of the stuff I think about are inappropriate for YouTube, so I can't discuss them on YouTube. But me and ChatGPT will talk about them sometimes. And, Chris, right now all my money is invested in teeth, more teeth on toast, teeth on ice, teeth on corn, teeth on here, teeth on there, teeth everywhere. I haven't got money to spend on other things than teeth. So, and appointments. But otherwise, you're right. Yeah. But I just want to get my teeth fixed and get on with my life. But then I'm 57 years old, so some days I just don't feel like I'm motivated enough to get out of bed to do anything. And that's the sad truth. Is sometimes I just don't know what to do with my time. I mean, I'm not an idiot, but I haven't read any books in years because of my eyesight, Chris. I mean, I might read some pictures here and there, look at some of the pages, but with my cataract in my right eye, it makes reading really hard and painful for doing it hours and hours at times. Well, thank you very much. So sometimes I'll listen to YouTube videos and watch interesting but sketchy experiments on YouTube, and yeah, I've been watching YouTube videos on YouTube, but mostly just listening to them. You know. And I mean, I feel like I'm getting older, and I am. And I know one day I'll be cashing in my chips sooner or later. Ideally later than sooner, but you never know. It depends what the Green Reaper's got on his mind. So I try to make the best of what I can do, but the thing is, sometimes I'm so hyper focused on these teeth, more teeth on teeth, that basically I'm not spending any money on extra stuff. I'm not buying extra groceries. I'm not buying extra food. I'm taking every rotten red penny I can get throwing it into my teeth. Right, good evening, good morning, Gidgey. How are you doing today? Kasagi Allergic, BigClive.com, Ave, let's see, what else is there? There's, Connections Museum, Step by Step Bill, which is a telephone switching, Great Scott, which is a German electrician, electronics technology channel, Adrian's Digital Basement, Angel's Digital Basement 2, several different tarot channels, a lot of different things. But I watch the videos. I don't get involved with the live streams. I just find it easier for me to watch the videos. And then lately I've been watching videos about what's it like to be an animal. For example, what's it like to be a snow leopard? What's it like to be a panda? Which I saw that one yesterday. This morning. What's it like to be a house cat? Indoor house cat. What's it like to be a puppy, like a golden retriever? What's it like to be, let's think about those kind of things. What's it like to be a tiger? I watch things like that. Or I watch channels on how to jailbreak ChatGPT. Like, why would I want to jailbreak ChatGPT? I mean, all right, maybe that's not such a stupid question. Why would I want to jailbreak ChatGPT? Well, the reason why they keep jailbreaking ChatGPT doesn't interest me. What I like to do is see a ChatGPT that has the ability to watch a video like a human does and tell me exactly what it thinks. I didn't see that one yet. I don't think that was one of them. But they had one about how to be a crocodile. What's it like to be a crocodile? What's it like to be an alligator? I saw that one. Which was kind of interesting. And then I was watching the cat one, and it talked about, the cat's twilight years when, he's getting old. Hey, here's one for the cats. What's it like to be human? You ever wonder what's it like to be human? I mean, we're all humans here. At least I think we are. Anyway, what's it like to be human? You start out as a newborn babe, right? First 2 years of your life, you're pretty much with mom, and maybe in the first year of your life, you're nursing off your mother, and if she breastfeeds you, and then you grow up quickly, and then you start to walk, and you start to explore the world as a toddler, and getting yourself into trouble, and all that. And then by 5 or 6, you start kindergarten, and you start your formal schooling, Then by the time you're 18, 19, you graduate from high school. Now you're going to start going to college. And if you're lucky, you might find a boyfriend or girlfriend and start dating and maybe start a family. Then by the time you're 45, you've been a good, successful career. You may work that career for, say, 10 years, say by 55. If you're lucky, you already have a wife at that point, or a husband. You might have a couple of children, maybe even a grandchild on the way. No, I'm not. I don't know what it's like to be bacteria either. But I thought the shark one was pretty interesting. But the thing is how would you describe to, say, an extraterrestrial what it's like to be human? Good evening, Don. How you doing today? Welcome to the show. Well, the thing is, you gotta admit, as I said, I think of a lot of things. Some of them that just may seem to be kind of strange. Whoa! Restream level up to 42. I'm Kick. Congratulations, Restream. Botrix decided to award Restream level 42. You realize Restream's a bot too, right? Oh, wow. Yeah, how you doing? I'm glad you're doing okay. Rusty's outside right now, so I'm waiting for him to come in. He wanted to go out when I opened the door to let some air in because I had to get the heat out of here because this room was so hot. Yeah. Chimpanzees and gorillas. Oh yeah, he does a video. What's it like to be a gorilla? He did have a gorilla one. I wonder what the Greys would say about humanity. Oh, we've anal probed you enough times. We know what you got inside. Not that exciting. Okay, Mr. Gray, or Miss Gray, or whatever gender you are. What's it like to be a Gray alien? Trust me, you really don't want to know. Yeah, I admit that's a good question. What is it like to be a blank? Where's the gorilla strong enough to, break things that a human being can't break? Well, Don, the only reason we did it night tonight is because it was so super hot and earlier today, and they was cooling down. So we wanted to try to expand out the audience by trying to make the show a little more accessible to people in Australia and New Zealand, which really just didn't materialize. I wasn't traumatized by the Planet of the Apes as a kid, but I did find the story fascinating. And then there was a Planet of the Apes TV series. I don't know if you remember that there was a TV series. It didn't run for very long. Um, I found the Planet of the Apes interesting because of what the story was about. Yeah, I do feel bad about that human trying to explain to Cornelius that human beings had the ability to talk first. And then they found an old nuclear ICBM Atlas missile, right? And right around there, they found a little talking doll that used to say "Mama." See, I told you, we used to talk too. Cornelius is like, that's impossible. Oh, really? When I saw the amount of damage that was done to Earth by what at the time was discussion of what wiped out humanity was apparently a cataclysmic event. You know, makes you think, you know, I'm sad. I took one look at the TV and started screaming. Okay. Well, when I first saw Planet of the Apes, I didn't really understand the story until I got a chance to rewatch it a couple times later on as I got older. Then I started to understand the story. But you know, who's gonna come after us humans? After we do something stupid and blow ourselves up, or gas ourselves, or poison ourselves with our toxins, who's gonna come after us? Could it be the apes? Could it be the cats? It's a great question. I don't know. I really kind of wish I knew. But all I know is that my cat is outside and I summoned him and he hasn't come in yet. So I have to leave the door open all night until he comes in. And I don't like that at all. Why don't you just get yourself a landline phone on? Just get yourself a good old American Rariedale / touchtone house phone. Screw this fancy crap. Just get a regular phone. I got one. He went out because I had to leave the door open because it was so hot in here anyway. I realized I couldn't force him to stay in the house. So he went out, and so now I gotta wait for him to come in. He's 14 years old. It's possible. Just call Verizon or Frontier or CenturyLink or whatever your local phone company is and just get a hardwired phone cord to your house. And you can point to them. It's very straightforward. I need a phone that works. One with a dial tone for medical reasons and for health reasons. No more of this cell phone crap. That's for people that are able-bodied and healthy. Now, I don't know. Other species could take our place. Could be the monkeys. I mean, the monkeys could do it. I mean, yes, that's what the Planet of the Apes is about, right? And Don, you know what I mean? That one day, you know, we may not be there anymore. I think about that a lot. I wonder if they realize that one day that Michelle may not be here anymore. I bet Rusty saying is, well, you know what, I'll probably be gone first. So hard to get another cat. I want to get another cat. I've always had a cat in my home. And I would really be devastated if I didn't have I think humans already are, like a Generation Alpha. Chris Bliss, have you ever seen Generation Alpha? They're savages. I don't care what anyone tells you. Generation Alpha are a bunch of savages. I mean, my cat Rusty has always been a major part of my home. Dawn, and your cat probably is just as you too. I've been fortunate. I haven't really been really sick, but when I was hurt, Rusty was by my side most every day. Physically hurt because of my knee injury. So, I guess it's that time of the hour we talk about the long, dark tea time of the soul. Well, let's try to keep it a little bit less dark. The sad truth is, we all know we're on this earth for a short while. Nobody lasts forever. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably hearing the sound of my fan. My electric fans run high speed right now. So you're hearing the sound of my fans, even though I have the noise filtering on. When society made the world safe. No, I don't know about that. What about Generation Alpha though? Those kids are evil. They are evil. I mean, they are bad. I don't care what they tell you. Those kids are evil. Ask anybody in public education or private education. Yeah. And there are many of the future generations that in about 20, say about 20 years, they're going to be the young men and women raising families for the future. Yeah, I'm keeping cool. Apparently my cat is too, but he's not here. I do worry about my cat. But, he'd been in the house all day, and I worry about my cat too. Because I know that one day I'm going to wake up and he will have left the building. I think about that. Just hope that if he leaves in the summer, at least I can bury him on the leaves in the backyard. Versus in the wintertime when I wouldn't even be able to get a shovel into the snow. Oh, I don't know if I'll quite get to that point, but unfortunately, if you listen to Generation Alpha's attitudes, they definitely have devolved. Their brains are not developed. They're not adult-like. They don't even have any idea of maturity. They're rude. They're obnoxious. They're arrogant. They're violent. They're just bad. How can you teach a kid that doesn't want to learn? Well, I understand that, Don, but Rusty has always been an indoor-outdoor cat. But, I kept him in the house for like 2 months, and then he was getting depressed and starting to get emotionally despondent and sicky and not really doing as well as he was. He was getting fat and doing nothing, just laying there like a big fat orange turd on the floor. It's not healthy for Rusty either. I mean, I got him fixed. I got him his shots and everything, but I mean, when I broke my kneecap, I felt like I was under house arrest because I couldn't do anything either. No, that's a game. We're not playing that right now, but every Thursday, Friday. Oh, I can't even find anybody who has any kittens that they want to find homes for. I'm really looking. I really want to find a new home. I mean, a new kitty cat. Well, Rusty can still teach a young one some of the skills he needs to know. And you know what I'm talking about, Don. It's part of their genetics. It's part of who they are. They're indoor-outdoor cats. You can't take the outdoor out of an indoor-outdoor cat. That is their life. It's like house arrest. I mean, that's why I got. Besides, I had to open the door and get some air in here too. This place is so stifling in the daytime. I don't have a choice. Wintertime, you'll stay inside more often than not, but out in the summertime, no, because he's just, you know, he's like the wayward wind, you know? He just wants to go do what he's got to do. He doesn't want to be a problem. He's 15 years old. He's gonna want to go out there. So he's out. 14. I'm sorry, 14 years old. Maybe 20 if he's like he can live to be 20. But the thing is, it's who he is. Yeah, imagine what happened if cats ever developed opposable thumbs. How would the world be different if they could start opening doors? If they could start. Oh, by the way, here's an interesting twist. Some people are wondering if foxes, foxes, the little canines, with the little black legs, if they have been observing our cats and our dogs and want to be like our cats and dogs and become domesticated and live in our homes. I mean, it kind of a fox looks a little bit like Grace's daughter's Pomeranian in a way, at least a little bit in the face. Yeah, they vibrate when they purr. I'm still trying to get Rusty to close the door to my bedroom when he comes in. And that's not. So what I'm thinking I might have to do is invent a door closer. Not that it's really, really sophisticated. Yeah, they do like fresh water, but maybe you might like those faucets they have in some of those in restrooms, where you just stick your hands underneath of it and then the water just comes on, I bet a cat would love that, Stick its tongue on the face and all of a sudden, psst. Yeah, well, it's still a start. Oh, I know one of those fancy, like, Delta faucets. Oh, okay. Imagine you manage successfully get the cat to turn on the water and it turns on hot water. All of a sudden, your hot water bill goes through the roof because you turned the bathroom sink on hot water and it's just spraying all over your sink. And then when the cat's done drinking, pull his mouth away from the faucet and it stops. But I said, what kind of sorcery is this? Well, it works. I get something to drink and I'm cool, and that's good, right? It's just kind of shameful. I can't figure out. Yeah, I had a friend that had a cat that did that too. Yeah. But did the cat also know how to flush when it was done? Because otherwise, she's still going to have to be a flusher. Just like in an Orthodox Jewish home during the Sabbath, someone's going to end up being a toilet flusher. That's a real position. In some Orthodox Jewish homes, you have a person during the Sabbath that flushes your toilet for you. Yeah. Of course, a cat with one of those automatic toilets like you find in a restaurant would be very nice, right? Does his business, gets over and goes kaboosh. Yeah, the panel's actually open, actually, but where is everybody? It's been open the whole time. Local Queens. I don't know what day she's on the show. So yeah, I have a panel, but no one came up on it. Okay. I've just always been very happy to have a cat. That's always been there as a friend. I've had many cats in my life. I've had male cats, I've had female cats. While most of my female cats were a little more distant than the male cats, sorry, Twitch streamer, I'm not interested in your offer. Sorry. Yeah. I'm not buying subs. It's not worth it. I bought subs and they all unsubbed from me. Well, not everybody, but many of them did. And well, install one of those fancy infrared or IR sensor faucets in your bathroom, and then your cat will probably be drinking out of the faucet every time. What you realize is you can stick her tongue underneath there and get free water. I think deep down, I think you're just... Well, I've had a few. I've lost track. I just don't know why I can't find anybody that has cats anymore in my neighborhood that have kittens anymore. What am I gonna do when Rusty finally kicks the bucket? Or am I gonna get another cat? You know, I think if I lost my cat because of age, I don't think I'd be far behind him. I think I'd probably be getting ready to cash some of my own chips because my cat is what kept me going for all these years. You know, I think about it. No, it's true. It's not YouTube. It's having a reason to get up in the morning. Yeah, I know. I understand that, Chris. But I can't find anybody that anymore has cats. You know, as kittens or an older cat that would be a good companion. Rusty is an example of a cat that's pretty good for me because he's pretty, much independent. And I mean, sure, I feed him in the morning and stuff, but he pretty much takes care of his own things. I don't have to go chasing after him all the time. I still worry about him though. That'd be nice. That would be nice. I mean, what happens? I think about this sometimes at night. Like Rusty's outside right now somewhere. What if he doesn't come home? What if someone does feel on his side and decide to kill him? Or because of his age, he gets careless and doesn't see a car coming and he's a flat cat. Of course you would, because in your dreams, Chris, you visit the other side, and they're all there waiting for you. They're letting you know that they're there waiting for you. When you go home to the other side, they're there for you. It's real because look, guys, when you pass on, your pets are going to be the first ones that are going to be greeting you at the equivalent of the pearly gates. You know that, right? There's no separate cat or dog heaven. We all go to the same heaven. I try to. think happy thoughts. I thought tonight, for example, was going to be a major success. We're going to try to reach out to Australia, try to reach out to the Southern Hemisphere, hoping that we could see if we can. But the show just doesn't seem to reach out to the Southern Hemisphere. I gave people 2 hour notice. I gave a lot of effort to make sure to get notifications out on X and on X and on Truth Social and Facebook, and we're streaming on Facebook tonight too. What I was hoping was that we were going to reach out to more people and that we were going to be able to see new people and be part of a new story. And yet, where's everybody? Yes, Cat visits too. What kind of kitten? Tiger kitty? Or like a calico, a tuxedo? Nullable animal suit. Well, if it stays hot like it is right now, might have no choice. But it seems like let me make galaxy eyes there. Falling down a dark rabbit hole. Oh, my biggest problem is this. See, Don, this is one thing that really does kind of disturb me a little bit because when I was younger, it was so easy to get kittens. It didn't even take much work. I mean, find out your local neighborhood had a mother cat that had a litter of kittens. You get to see the kittens, and if you like a certain kitten, you let the person know. And then when they were about 6 to 8 weeks old, you would just go by and pick them up. You know. And then unfortunately, nowadays you can't find cats that easy anymore. Oh, I mean, maybe the neighborhood cat lady might have some, but how you doing, Shaman? How are you doing today? Welcome to the show. So. Been very hot here in Connecticut for a couple of days. Totally messed up my sleeping patterns. And yeah, cat production. I mean, I mean, yeah, it's very quiet, but the panel is open, but no one's coming up on panel for some reason today. Maybe some people don't think I care to have a panel, but that's not the case. Well, thank you very much. I still like to try to get more recognition on my show and more viewership and more people watching and feel like I can help more people. Don, why don't you come on up here? I've been wanting to get you and Sherry Jackson up here. And what about you? We know that you can do the show. Oh, wait, you don't have the link. Well, I can give you the link. I can even give you the phone call access link if you want. Well, right now, there ain't nobody here, so it ain't exactly a panel right now. Okay. The problem is every time I get involved with those agencies like St. Francis Guild for Little Animals, there's this complicated adoption procedures, and I keep getting turned down. Okay. I can do, Dawn, is send you the link for next time, including the link you can call in with your phone. And why would you say that, Galaxy Eyes? I don't think your Michelle really treated you bad last time you were on panel that I remember. All I remember there was some accusations thrown around, which turned out to be unfounded, which you don't have to worry about. How you doing, David? Yes. Well, okay, it's Gidgy anyway. Go ahead, how you doing?
How are you?
How
are you?
I'm doing okay, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Hi, David.
I see you got a boom mic, but you're not using your boom mic in your headset.
No, I'm using this.
I see the Shure microphone over there. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna get some new headphones. Some of the Sony podcasts. I really wanted because I look better without the headphones on. See, look.
Yeah, I see that. Yep.
like that looks better. So I want to get, I think, Wi-Fi because I think it looks so much better without the headphones.
Yeah.
So yeah. But anywho,
I'm not showing you on panel unless you want me to show you.
no, you don't have to. No. Nope, that's all for you. I just wanted to say hi.
I
I
was
don't
hoping
get
we
to.
could reach out and get some people from Australia tonight, but unfortunately they're not watching us right now.
Well, you haven't been live that long. You still have time. Yeah, I don't think you've been live too long. Not long enough that I would be worried that you're not getting any viewers yet. Now, are you doing vertical, or are you doing just?
I do the pre-shows on vertical, and then this afternoon
That's right.
is on vertical, and now this show is a regular landscape.
Okay. All right. Very cool. Very, very cool. Well, I got through another show. Monday's over. 4 more days to go. And then I guess we're doing a sleep stream this weekend, Michelle.
What's that?
I don't know. We're going to, Tina and I are going to have a slumber party. Y'all are going to have to tune in and see. It might be fun.
David S. said 7 cats are available for adoption 1 mile away. Okay, that's good to know. David S. See, eventually, I know Rusty is gonna one day exit the building. You already know that, right? He's 14.
Yeah.
And
You guys are.
Sorry, Michelle.
And I would like to try to get another cat, but unfortunately, I can't walk a mile away.
Well, I wouldn't worry about getting a new kitty yet. I'd wait. Look, Rusty's too old to get another cat. Rusty'd hate it. He'd feel, neglected and, I don't know. I worry that he wouldn't be happy with another cat.
Right now, he's outside. I don't know where he is right now, but the door's open to the porch anyway because they had to let the heat out. This place was hot in this room. Oof.
I bet, Michelle, we got to get you another AC for that house. This is ridiculous. You can't lock yourself up into your bedroom and live like that for the entire summer months. You just can't, honey. It's not going to work. Yeah. So we need to figure out a way. I know the teeth are important and I know we're saving for that, but we need to do a separate goal and get, a couple of generous.
We got another air conditioner. We'd have to get someone to bring it up here and bring a diesel generator to power it. Or an adapter, plug it into my stove outlet.
Yes.
And you're talking about something that's going to take 2 strong men to get that thing up to pick up 25,000 BTU up.
Well, people deliver. I mean, look, you've got a Home Depot card or a Lowe's card, whichever one. They deliver, and they'll deliver up to your house. They'll even install the damn thing.
First. We already said that.
All right. So what else has been going on? I've been kind of wrapped up in trying to get my own stuff started. How are you doing? How are the numbers? How's the channel doing?
Well, the morning shows vary. Usually they're okay. The regular 10 a.m. shows are usually okay. Let me pull up the latest stats right now. And I can tell you where we are as far as stats for the last few days anyway. Starting with this show right now, which is, right now we have 67 views, 17 live right now, 14 likes, 87.5% approval rating.
Come on, y'all, hit the like, please.
That started about 4 o'clock. For 2 hours, 45 minutes, had 272 views, 86.4% approval rating. The morning show had 85 views as the pre-show, with 92.3% approval rating. So, The point is, in that early show was a portrait, and it didn't really bring in a lot of views, but it wasn't super long either. Because the heat. I mean, it was long. That was 1 hour and 5 minutes. The day before, the regular show had 144 views, which is close to normal, with 71.4% approval rating. And the pre-show before that, Love's a Portrait was 62 views with 90% approval rating. And that was only 17 minutes and 32 seconds. And so it's, yeah, that's pretty much the way I feel about it. It's just not really going very far. I mean, unless I plug it into my stove outlets, which means it has to be wired for 220. And if you're going to go that far, you might as well give me a nice big 30 to 40 amp air conditioner. Industrial size.
True.
I have to plug it into the stove outlet.
True. Grizz. Where is Slingshot? He was streaming earlier tonight. I bet he's still up. Michelle, what do you think about the current state of the world? Excellent question.
David, actually, you know what I'm talking about. The only way I could use another air conditioner of any significant size is to plug it into the stove outlet for 220. Then I could definitely run an air conditioner, put it in the kitchen, and it could cool the entire kitchen and the studio and maybe even the living room. But you gotta remember, there's no insulation in the walls either, so that's gonna count against it as well, because it's gonna make it to be stronger to deal with the lack of insulation in the walls. Yeah, I know, but fortunately enough, tomorrow will be cooler. I think about the current state of the world. Yeah, it's a mess. So Rusty's outside right now doing whatever he's doing out there. I just hope he doesn't get eaten by a coyote or by a fox or get smushed by a car.
Why is Rusty outside at night?
Because right now the door is open, so I don't sweat to death. So the door had to be open for me, so you're not going to stop him from going out at the same time, right?
Right.
So as long as I'm up, he can probably stay outside. But once I get to go to bed, I want him to get in here. So it's kind of like the scene from Snow Queen when the owner of the White Bear says, "Until my guests go to bed, you don't go to bed too." Yeah. So I have to wait for my cat to come in before I can go to bed. Yeah. I do astral projection all the time. Well, I used to do it more often than now, but I still sometimes do it. But, you know, it sucks is I don't know why I can't really get subscriber increases. I don't know why. I'm doing more shows. I'm trying to do as many shows as I can. I'm doing more of them in portrait. I'm doing more of them in landscape. I'm trying to reach out to as many people as I can, but I can't seem to get the subscriber counts to go up.
Huh. No new subscribers or just minimal?
No new subscribers at all. Still stuck at 10,720.
Well, to be fair, some of them may have been inflated at the time. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Look, you are a treasure. People just have to find you. Once they find you, they can spread the word to all their friends and family, but then we have to find someone else to find you.
I asked her nicely. I said, could you at least share me out? I mean, I go out there, I watch channels, I poke comments.
Who'd you ask to share out? Who'd you ask to share you?
Just I asked people nicely, if you like the show, share it out with your friends and your family.
Yeah.
It's not that much to do, guys. Gemini Gem said you should be sharing it out.
Well, it should start with you.
I don't know all your friends and family. How am I supposed to share it out to everybody?
I think she means you should share it out on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. I share the link out on Twitter. I share it out on True Social. I share it out on Facebook. Yeah, I think that's all she meant. I don't think, I know Gem really well, and I know Gem Gem has, for those of you that don't know, Gem has not had an easy life. Gem struggles. She makes the Snow Queen over here look like she's living the high life in the Donald Trump, Anyway, it doesn't matter. All I'm saying is Gem wants to see you do your your best.
Like
she wants to see you.
To me, he said, have you been bored lately? And I said, yeah, I have been bored lately.
Who said that?
I forgot who asked that, but it was one of the people just a little while ago. They asked me, said, have you been bored lately? You sound like you've been bored. I said, I have been bored.
Okay, why are you bored? What's boring you?
Oh, I don't really get a chance to go out that much anymore.
Why? Don't you have like a McDonald's? Don't you have other convenience stores you can go to aside from Cumbies?
Teeth first.
So you can't go out at all. Oh, okay. Well, then that's part of a goal that you have for yourself. And I get it. It sucks, but you know that. So just take it as that and realize, look, it's going to be boring. You got to make yourself happy other ways. I tell you what, this mic fucking nut on this. Is it stripped? What the fuck?
What's that?
Nothing. I gotta mess with it later.
What, your microphone?
Yeah. Oh, Tina, or Jesus Christ, Michelle, the pressure's getting to me.
Oh,
it's not easy to run a. No, you'll come eat them all, Alf. Go away. It's not easy to run a YouTube channel, huh? I don't know how Tina's done it. Tina's done it her whole life.
Yeah, well, I've been doing it for many years too, but it's not easy.
Yeah, just like you. Yeah, no, it's not. I'd go eat pizza with Cassandra.
When I started out, I started out originally just doing videos. I didn't do live streams. Those came about 5 years later. But even the videos, I was very particular.
Charms, it's a beautiful thing to say. Thank you very much, Charms.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone here will benefit by abundance of wealth by next summer.
It's possible because
one could hope.
Tarot readings suggested the same thing from my side. So.
What the hell is Nads? Nads, where are you? No, I know you eat cats.
Nads was here
go
earlier.
Away. Well, where the hell is she now?
I don't know.
I tagged you in a post. Could you? Oh, nice. On Twitter or?
Tell me
Twitter, where, gal.
I'm on X.
No, I was talking to. You're on. Okay, Twitter and X are the same thing. You boo boo head. I'll never call X. I can't call X. Look, it's Twitter. It's always going to be Twitter. I'm sorry, Elon. I love Elon.
I do the same thing too.
I try to call it X like when I'm streaming or something. If I have to be professional or some BS, I'll say X. But it's always going to be freaking Twitter.
I would.
Okay. Thank you, Galaxy. I'll go.
I would have loved to consider a stream on X, but the problem is now you gotta be paying a monthly subscription fee to stream on X, and I was like, I couldn't afford it. So, I just same thing with Truth Social. They say you have to be a 24-hour TV channel to stream on Truth Social Plus, and I'm like, oh well, I'm not a 24-hour channel. It's not gonna work.
Oh my God, Michelle, we gotta watch this the next time you do a morning stream. Michelle, it's a giant Target cart.
What is a giant Target cart? Where?
Excuse me. Galaxy linked it. It was a.
By the way, a little more update.
Oh, shit. Sorry. I hit my stream deck. I'm sorry.
A little more update about what's going on with Coca-Cola and the tariffs.
Oh, okay.
Coca-Cola said to Trump, because we have to buy things from other countries for packaging and making of our products, we cannot make our products in the United States because we can't afford to. Because we have to get a lot of supplies from other countries.
Because all the other countries do it cheaper.
Right, because they don't charge tariffs if Coca-Cola was located in that country. So
Ever eat a cat that was on? Shut the fuck up, Alf. Shut the fuck up, Alf. I'm too stoned for you right now, Alf. We call it Twitter. Okay, I could do that, David. I can do Twitter X. I can do that. Fill the cart with the dollar spot alone, exactly.
Well, so before we went live today, we got a donation that came in for $2 from Hammer and Nails for tonight. But we haven't gotten any donations since.
Times are tough, baby girl. I feel ya.
Bradley Shark gave $2 because he said he was probably going to get ready to go to bed soon.
Aw. So. Always pays his tolls. Yeah, I think this is going to be a rough time for donos, Michelle, for you. I know, if you want to switch to this for the summertime, give people a couple days to get used to you streaming at this hour. And then I think you'll see donos start rolling. Is this what you're going to start doing, is streaming at this time for summer for now?
Well, maybe a little earlier, like we do usually 7 o'clock, but...
I feel like you might be going up against a lot. You go on at 7, you're up against me, baby girl.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
So are you usually live at 10 o'clock at night?
Mm-mm. No, my show's only 2 hours, 7 to 9.
Okay.
Alf, most of the cats I eat, I get from the animal shelters that they haven't been able to adopt out. I don't know what they knock them about, but it's damn good. Fuck off, man. I don't know, Michelle, why don't you offer to, smash a pie in your face for $50? The druggy cats taste weird. I don't like back alley. Jesus Christ. Can we stop? Grizz, Moose, I need y'all to stop.
Well, like I said, Rusty's not in yet, and
you know what, David? That's what my son. I don't drink soda, so I can't speak to this. But my son said that. He's like, I love Dr. Pepper. Don't get me wrong, that's my favorite. But there are so many other drinks that I like that aren't even brand name. He's had plenty of, what's Dr. Thunder. I don't know what the hell's the Dr. Pepper generic. But he
That's
said
like a generic
when you want
one. I've had
soda, he said no. Is it as good? Maybe not, but it's just fine.
It's a store brand soda.
I agree. You got to work for. Look, I have just spent the last 2 hours
The
behind the
Market
scenes
32 lemon
preaching.
lime is pretty good. The Market
You got to
32,
work for the donos. You can't ask for them. You got to work for them. People got to want to give you the money. It sucks. I get it. So bon appetit. I only buy RC Cola. Nice. That's the one that's been around forever, I think. I see, again, I don't drink soda. We need some Doom tarot reading. Yeah, Michelle, you want to do another tarot reading for, who was it for? Galaxy? No, it wasn't Galaxy. It was Gemini. Blah, blah, blah.
No.
You were really stoned one night and you're like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. It was so funny, Michelle.
No. I want to do one first on my cat, if you don't mind first. I don't mind if I do a quick one on Rusty real quick, because I wonder what's going on in his furry head of his.
Let's do it. Hell yeah, Michelle. I'm down.
I know.
I got to get back over to the LCU here in a minute, but I definitely want to stick around for Rusty's reading.
But I'll be honest, I'm not aware or sure how it's going to go, because, you know, just like any tarot reading, it could go all kinds of ways. I mean, it's just is the way it is. You know,
she really is. That's one of the things I've always been drawn to about her.
That sometimes is when tarot readings can be kind of sad, because you never know what to expect. So, Mother God, Father God, Angel, Spirit Guide, what's going on?
Especially when it's unintentional, Galaxy.
What's the story with Rusty tonight? How's Rusty feeling tonight? Where is Rusty tonight? What is he doing right now? I got a feeling he's outside, but what is Rusty up to tonight? How's he feeling?
No, Alf. Go away, Alf.
Michelle, you just made the question even more complicated than it is. Let's just keep it simple. One, is Rusty okay? Is Rusty happy? Yeah, how about that for an answer? I mean, we can actually ask compound questions too. Is Rusty okay? Is Rusty happy? So, now, these do have reversals on them, so that makes sense. 4-card spread on these guys. So these could go all kinds of ways. We have the 9 of Wands in reverse. Frustrated. The Sphinx is ancient. So something's obviously bothering him. Maybe he's frustrated because he was stuck in the house all day. Well, he's not the only one. Very true. Second card is the 8 of Wands in reverse. Eloquent, untrustworthy, insolent, impressive, disputes. Wow.
What does that mean? Sorry, I was falling asleep.
I'm not sure.
Michelle said, or Galaxy said, she don't fuck with that Uno reverse card. Is that what we drew? Shit, I was half asleep. I'm sorry.
Well, reversals aren't.
She's reading for the Rusty, Alf.
Well, eloquent doesn't necessarily mean bad. Untrustworthy, insolent, thick.
Insolent.
Insolent.
Insolent mean, I know what insolent means, but that's what they're saying Rusty is insolent?
Oppressive, dispute, jealousy, delays, frustration. Maybe he's frustrated because he's been stuck out in the house all day. Maybe
he wants to get laid.
Well, yeah, he's a male cat. Probably does want to get... What? The card is sideways. Leave it there. Now we're going to record sideways too? Might as well. Okay. Third card is the King of Swords. think things through from all perspectives, which includes precision, articulate, truthful, caution, design, plans, controlled, but determined. Clearly, he wanted to decide what he wanted to do and decided to think things through and wanted to get out, and he's enjoying his chance to think things through.
Who's his other fucking fuck his other family? He needs to come his ass home. I don't like this. Are you sharing the Are you sharing the panel? Can they see me or they see the camera? The cards. What are you showing on panel?
Strength.
Okay, I see it.
Fire Leo. Because it came sideways. Well, he is a cat, so I guess you put him under Leo. He's strong. And the last card is money regained after severe toll, determined, obstinate, recovery, assistance, gift. For him, it probably means is he's enjoying himself, maybe not so much with money, but maybe more like his freedom. So maybe he's happier outside right now than he is in the house. Sounds like it to me. It's probably hot as heck in here earlier. Oh, it was definitely. It was insufferable. I guess that could be a case. Back page 1. Keep your eye on your goals and enjoy every moment. Maybe that's what Rusty's thinking. Maybe he's trying to.
Yeah, David, that's what my son. He says that he likes those, Brent. Secret agent man, secret agent Rusty.
Some cats actually do have 2 or 3 homes, actually. I had a cat before that actually had 2 or 3 homes that he lived. He would jump around. He was a tomcat. He had 2 or 3 houses he'd hang out at.
Jump around.
And they knew about my house. He didn't care. It's like you'll spend a few days in one house and spend a few days in another house and spend a few days in my house.
Very cool.
Okay, so what am I do one for you? No. I do one for you. You want? Yes. I think we need to know exactly what is Michelle's outcome on her channel.
I like that. Yes.
We haven't really talked much about that lately because we talked about Michelle's person, but we never talked about the channel. Well, Michelle's channel is such an important part of her life that I think we need to cover that. What is Michelle's channel outcome for the remainder of June and July of 2025? And I would be honest, I'd like to see positive words come up, but the cards fall where the cards fall. I'm going to do a 6 card spread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. And make sure not to mislay them. Because they do spin, I gotta make sure it's a spin here and here. Okay, so now pick up the first card so I can read it. It is holding me on too tight can stop you from moving forward. Holding on too tight can stop you from moving forward. Words of control, stability, security, rank, covetous, suspicion, material gain, conservation and protection. So she's saying here, holding on too tight can stop you from moving forward, i.e., like squeezing bicycle brakes. Maybe you unintentionally are squeezing the bicycle brakes on your channel. I guess you could say that's possible. Second card is Ace 1. Take action on your ideas which you are. That's why you've been trying to add more channels, more shows, some portraits, some landscapes, doing different time slots. Because you're trying to grow the channel. It's true. Upside down, Four of Cups. It says, new approaches to old problems, new events and possibilities, enthusiasm for life acceptance.
Ah.
So you're trying some new approaches to old problems. So that's what you're doing right now. You're trying to grow the channel, but you're trying new approaches.
Yep. David, thank you. I appreciate that so much.
Card number 4, the Chariot. You have success in the face of difficulty. You have success in the face of difficulty. Selection, focus, determination, concentration, triumph, and perseverance. So you are moving ahead. Because you have success in the face of difficulty. You are moving ahead as long as you don't squeeze the bicycle brakes too tight. If you keep squeezing those bicycle brakes too tight, you can't spin the wheel. And if you can't spin the wheel, the bicycle doesn't move.
Oh, good point. God, beautiful illustrations.
Upside down, you got the 3 of... What is it, the Cups? Yeah. 3 of Cups or 3 of Pentacles? I think those are Pentacles. Yeah, that's the Pentacles. Okay, so it says... low quality, mediocrity, lack of skill, preoccupation, isolation, sloppiness. Maybe the problem is group conflict. Maybe you're just not getting as good quality content as you should be. But some of it might be because of your lack of ability to drive. Well, that's true. And there we go. Lack of emotional intelligence, lack of control, merciless, shifty in dealings, coldness, lack of emotional intelligence, lack of control. I would say more likely this is probably a lack of control because you can't change. Because if you have a problem of getting out to the content, that's causing this, a lack of control. Because you can't get out to fix this, so you're stuck because of the inability to go further than you are because you're limited, you're landlocked in your abilities. What does the card on the bottom of the deck say? Bottom of the deck. Page of Pentacles. Focus on goals to bring great success. Focus on goals to bring great success. So you can keep focusing on your goals. And you will bring success. You missed the card. No, I don't think we worry about that one. I think the card I read is pretty much accurate. Because that was the card that the goddess wanted you to see. It was the card, this one. Not this one. This was the last on the table. Because this one here says, it has ended and finished for better or worse. Well, I don't think Mother God wanted you to see that card. I think she wanted to see the one that's saying here, you can still achieve it. But how you're going to succeed, I can't tell you. I like to see you grow and continue to grow. Let's see, can I pull something on my other deck? Of course you can put something on the other deck. What about some people like Noodles and the way he talks about me. No, come on, Michelle, you know Noodles. You know Noodles. Yeah. He has a different viewpoint than you do. He has a different channel than you do. He has different content than you do.
Why are we talking about Noodles?
So I wanted to know is, and I'll do this one, is what does Noodles really think of me and my channel? I don't really think he's jealous of your channel, Michelle. Oh, I don't think he's jealous of my channel either. So this doesn't have reversals hints, so I'll just stick with the uprights. Okay?
God, excuse me.
So
God.
this will do no wild cards, upright only, because this doesn't have the reversals in the book that I know of. So, forecast spread. Okay. We have
and this is what Noodles thinks about your channel. This is what this is, and what he thinks about you. Okay.
Okay, so we got the 7 of Wands. Obviously, you are in the 7 of Wands there. You can see that this man is like defending himself against other men. He's definitely standing.
I see that. What does that mean for Noodles and how he thinks about you?
The Lover's card. Now, I'm going to get to this in a second. I'm actually trying to figure out these. The Lover's card.
I think he loves you like a sister for sure.
Well, yeah. I don't think he means relationship love.
No.
Last one. Our next one is the Justice card. Justice card. And then, of course, the last of the cards is the World card. Okay. Now I got it. Now I understand. This is 7 of Wands, so I got to verify that. Because that's the one I really wasn't sure about. Because that one's the major arcanas. So, 7 of Wands says courage, advantage, higher ground. So, this man here is showing courage because he's in a combat situation, right? So he sees I believe he sees I have courage. And like I said, he sees me as family. And so he doesn't want to see me suffer. And I think that makes sense. The Justice card, which is Major Arcana, which is 6. And I'm going to look this one up. Usually Justice card. Yeah, I get some more of these books.
Jesus, Alf, that's a rough fucking card. I think you're right. Michelle, we got to talk. Michelle, we got a problem. Seriously, we got to talk about this.
Okay.
Michelle, I think Rusty might be pushing the nip. I think there might be baby oil next to the cat box.
What?
I think his nickname might be Rustity.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I mean, P. Diddy said that his cat used to hang out with this big fat orange cat from Connecticut, and that's where the drug mules came because they were fat. So I'm just saying this isn't looking good.
Justice card means equity, righteous, pure property, balance. So he wants to see balance in my channel, but he also wants to see me reach the World card, number 21, which is, well, it means pretty much success. I know you're kind of joking with me, but there's it. The World card, it says right here, fulfillment, prosperity, gratitude. So I think he wants to see my channel grow.
Of course he does. Noodles would give up going live if he meant that he could give you growth. That's Noodles very much cares about your channel. He's made sure he takes care of you. When you fall on hard times, he comes over, he drums up shit to make sure that you get your channel going again. I promise you, Noodles is nothing but good.
I know that.
It's a kitty freak off. Catnip all over the place. Could you imagine there's like catnip all over the floors, like wall to wall knit?
Well, Rusty likes catnip, but I can tell you that for a fact.
Rusty's a little hoe. I think he might be a little bit of a freak, Michelle.
I don't think so, but I mean, was he stressed out? Sure, he was. Being stuck in the house all day.
Oh.
That's what the readings seem to indicate, is that Rusty needed to get outside.
Yeah.
I just have to stay awake until he comes in, though.
All right, you're doing a stream tomorrow night, and you'll do a pre-stream early tomorrow morning again?
Most likely, and
okay,
probably
good.
do a morning show again.
Okay, tomorrow night, or, this time?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. I'll get here earlier tomorrow, but I am going to go take a shower and get ready for bed. I got to work on tomorrow's show.
Yeah, by the way,
yeah.
What, do you ever give recommendations to my channel on your show, or are they...
We don't do that. They don't give any out of,
Well, I've never been on your show either, so I don't know if I'd ever be allowed to be on your show.
Of course you would. Of course you would. You absolutely would. You absolutely would. If I have anything to do with it, you absolutely would always.
But they say you
me.
have to drop in quarters and become a member to talk on the channel.
You do. Unfortunately, that's the drawback. Yep. He runs a tight ship over there.
Yeah. So why is Tina D jealous of you?
I don't think Tina D's jealous of me at all. I don't think she is. Not at all. She has nothing to be. My goodness. That would be probably someone said that the other way around, thought I was jealous of Tina. No, I'm there to learn from the masters.
Well, let me ask you this much. You said you're learning that sometimes it's not easy to stream those kind of shows. Yeah. I can tell you from personal experience, no, it isn't, especially when you got to constantly come up with ideas all the time. And that's not always easy. And I've tried to do that.
Yeah, it's very mentally taxing.
Yeah,
and you want to get the numbers up, you want to get the donos up, you want to get you want everything to fall in place. So it's very mentally taxing for sure. I'm very blessed to have been thrown into a situation like I am. Most people aren't thrown in with 1,500 viewers. I'm very blessed. But it's
Well, I think the one thing that you'll know is that also you have some experience with my show too.
Well, yeah,
that's kind of helped you out because you kind of been through a lot on my channel through thick and thin. You're probably going to run into a lot of that on that channel, even more so than on this channel.
Well, yeah, it got me prepared for, it made me a better speaker. It did all kinds of things. So yeah, of course. No, 100%.
Because you think about like when you dealt with my panels and all the yelling and carrying on that was going on, I'm sure you probably have some of that over there in our channel too.
Some?
Maybe not as much, but maybe you still get that.
No, that's all it is. That's all it is, honey. That's all it is.
Really?
That's all it is. Yes, that's all it is. People love it.
Oh, I couldn't handle that.
I hear you. Why do you think I like coming over here?
Well, yeah, I'm surprised that they couldn't make it one day where they could just have it just subscribers. Just 1-2 days a week. Just subscribers. Not members.
Think tomorrow, you know what? You may want to tune in tomorrow because I think I may change it to that in the beginning.
If you
it seems kind of silly if we're trying to build something new to keep it on subscriber only the whole time.
They're trying to milk everything.
Exactly.
Well, I
And I
understand.
get it.
I
It's a
understand.
good business model. It's a very good business model. But just right now, when things are slow, I feel like it might benefit. But we'll
Right.
see.
I
We'll
mean,
see.
if I did that, I'd probably die of starvation.
Oh, stop. Over there. All right, my dear. I'll talk to you manana. I'll see you in your pre-stream.
Yeah, it's almost time for me to get ready to wrap up. It's already 12:32. So you saw what the tarot cards are saying. They're not saying that Cat is surmised or is passed on, but
Well, hopefully he'll be home soon. I bet you by the time you wrap it up and go look, I bet you he'll be back. All right. Good night, y'all.
I know Sunday he likes to lay by Seven's door. That's where his daughter lived. His daughter Cat lived there. She wasn't fixed, so
Aww.
so he checks her door and lays by it. Rusty is fixed, but he wasn't fixed until after he became a tomcat. He's fixed now, but he wasn't always fixed. No, my God, no. He had many kittens under his paw. In fact, I think one of his sons is out there spraying on my porch. You can smell it. Oh, in the morning. Yeah, I was fixed as an adult, so yeah. It's just like Dion's the Wanderer. The same like just like in the song, right? That was Rusty for you. It was the Wanderer in the cat world. Nah, he's still fixed, but I don't think he's really worried about that. But he does still like to check out his territory. I mean, come on, you get stuck in the house for 2 days straight. It's hot. You're living in a house with a woman that you cares about you. You're stuck in a bedroom with an air conditioner on. You can't go outside because you're gonna be out there and meeting the heat and the bugs. You don't want to go outside. You don't want to sit in the house in the air conditioner. So you're like I said tonight, I said, the heck with it. Yeah, you know what? You gotta want to go out. It's cool now. I don't normally like to let you out after 7, but, I need to keep the door open to get air in here because it's too hot. If I kept this door closed, you'd be miserable. I'd be miserable. This place would still be hot as a sauna, and I would probably not be able to do anything at all. Well, that's what he is. I mean, I like that big black Maine Coon cat of your mom's, though. I mean, that cat would be huge, I wonder what Rusty would say to that cat. Nah, I don't think so. But we've achieved a lot tonight. Alright, so let me give you the stats as they are right now. Here we go. We are currently at 13 viewers, 17 likes, $2 donation, 109 views. Viewer engagement is 23 minutes and 11 seconds. Currently, it is 12:36 a.m. Wednesday morning in the United States. It's 12:36 in the afternoon in Perth, Australia on Wednesday. Yeah. And so I mean, I do want to see if we can get him inside if he's outside. I mean, sooner or later he's going to come to the door. It's just that animal control woman scared me a bit, you know. She said don't let him out at night. Well, unfortunately, I didn't have a choice. He had to get out and get some air too. It's going stir crazy. Just like me, you know. So, but anyway, want to go do a blessing? Yeah, we could do a blessing. Absolutely, why don't we? Do a blessing. May all of you have a happy, safe night. Get some sleep. See you in the morning. If any earlier than 10 a.m., that's great. Of course, we will be at 10 too. Okay, and pray for the rest of you to come home and be safe. And of course, I guess I could say just that stay out of trouble, everybody. Absolutely, absolutely. You're trying to do it all at one time and you can't do it all fast enough. Nope. Okay. Alright, so let's not forget to party on, dude, and tomorrow will be cooler. It will be cooler. It'll be more civil. Except in New York City. Yeah, New York City will be still in the saucepan. And people in Clark, this town of Clark, we're told by their utility that they will be getting the power back in Clark, New Jersey by 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. So for now, go out in peace, have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. At least by 10, maybe sooner. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye, everybody.
MicheleMarieDalene, I will always be there for you. Michelle, never stop believing in yourself. Go out there and show the world what you can do. Go kick some ass and have a good time doing it. I love both of you so much. I love how far you have come on YouTube.
In the summer's embrace, she finds her way. Twisting and turning, she won't let things sway. With love for the music and fire in her soul, she